Unit 5, Lesson 10, we're going to talk about buying a vehicle. So I'm pretty sure that all of you will buy a vehicle maybe in the near future or in a few years from now. So there's some information to think about when you're buying a vehicle. New vehicles have been purchased by paying the agreed upon price outright or by financing your purchase through the dealership or a bank. So you can pay the amount right to the dealership or you can borrow the money to pay for it. A down payment is often required when you're financing it, when you're borrowing the money. To calculate the amount of your payments, we'll use a TVM solver or an online loan calculator. So a dealership is selling a new pickup truck for $32,000 plus taxes. The dealership offers you financing at 3.5% for 4 years. You have a down payment of $3,000. Determine the cost of the truck. So the total cost is the cost of the truck, the $32,000 plus the taxes. So if we have 13% tax plus the cost is 13% plus 100%, which makes it 113%. And when you change that to a decimal, it's 1.13. So that's where the 1.13 is coming from. So we get a grand total of $36,160. The 1.13 allows you to figure out the tax plus the cost in one step. Determine the amount to be financed. So the finance amount will be the total minus the down payment. So we have a down payment of $3,000. So we're going to finance $33,160. And we've used the TVM solver before. So enter your values into your TVM solver and you will find that your payment will be $741.32 per month. How much you're going to end up paying for that truck? Well, if you're paying $741.32 per month, and you're doing that for 4 years, that's 48 months, you will end up paying $35,583.36. And the amount you borrowed was $33,160, which means if I subtract those two, so the total you pay minus the amount borrowed, if I subtract those two, I get $2,423.36, which would be the interest you're paying to buy that vehicle. So that's the cost of borrowing the money. If we buy a used vehicles can be purchased at many different spots. The price of a used car, you still have to pay HST, you still have to pay tax on it. If a used car is bought privately, there's a vehicle information package that you have to get from the Ministry of the Transportation that the seller would have to provide for you. So example, the same pickup truck that is 4 years old can be purchased for $18,500 plus tax. The dealership offers you financing at 5.5% for 3 years. You have a down payment of $3,000. So if we do the same thing again, the total cost is the cost of the vehicle, $18,500 plus the tax times 1.13, which is $20,905. The amount to be financed is $20,905 minus the down payment of $3,000. So we're financing $17,905. Get out your TVM solver, enter the amounts, and we will be getting $540.66 per month. So how much you end up paying for the truck? The total you pay each month, and we're doing that only for 3 years this time, so times 36 payments means I'm going to pay $19,463.76. So the amount to finance it was, or the amount that we financed, sorry, was $17,905. If I subtract those two amounts, I'm going to see that I pay $1,558 in interest, a lot less interest. Another way to get a vehicle, so you can buy new, you can buy used. Another way is to lease a vehicle. A car lease is like having a long-term rental. The price of the lease consists of a down payment plus monthly payments, and at the end, the vehicle is returned to the dealership. Leases usually have very specific restrictions on kilometers. So for example, a dealership offers you to lease a new truck for $2,000 down plus monthly payments of $449 per month for 48 months. So the cost of that lease is $2,000 that you're paying down plus 48 payments that are $449 each. And if we add that all up, we get a cost of $23,552. Determine the average monthly cost of the lease over 4 years. I would take the total I'm paying and divide it per month. In 4 years, there's 48 months. So that means I'm paying $490.67 per month on average. Okay, take a look at those questions and yeah, take a look at those questions. You can use the TVM solver if you would like to answer some of them if you need to, and see how that goes.